All right, Michael Swisher with Squirtle here, standing with state champion coach Tana Gragg. I asked this to Coach Hamer earlier, but how does it sound to hear that state champion coach?
It does not sound real yet. It's going to take a long time, I think, for this to soak in. We were just happy to make the state tournament. We were taking it one game at a time. Then it was, okay, we got to make it to the big house. Then we got to make it to the finals. I just tried to keep my girls focused on one game, and that's what they did. Being a state champion, it's a surreal feeling. It's all been a blur, but I couldn't be more happy, more excited for those girls.
Obviously, getting to the state tournament is a huge thing. You guys have gotten close the last couple of years. Not quite able to make that step. First, how was it to get to the state tournament, to make that step, go in as an area champion?
I have 3 seniors that have been on those area teams the last 3 years, and it just wasn't good enough for them. They knew that they had a chance. Dropping down to Class B, there's some really great teams, but it is not packed in like Class A. It is so tough to get out of Northwest Oklahoma in Class A. So they just took the opportunity that they had and they ran with it.
All right, well, coming in tonight, of course, everybody saw your game in the semifinals yesterday, 29-19. Then that was followed up by a 112-point performance by Lomega. So everybody's thinking this is David versus Goliath, and I'm guilty of that as well, calling this that game. But you guys played them close twice this year, right. 51-44, 63-60, and that was a buzzer beater.
Yes.
So those games, did they give you confidence knowing, and your girls as well, knowing, hey,
right,
we know we can play with him?
No, that sure did. I mean, both of those games, we didn't play great. We did, certain possessions and certain things good, but we focused on the mistakes that we made in those 2 Lomega games, probably all throughout the season. In that last game, the buzzer beater at home, it was the only loss that my girls took on their home court. They took that personal. When I walked into the locker room after that game, before I could even say anything, my point guard, who's a senior, Jordan Harris, she said, it doesn't matter what just happened. We'll get them when it counts. We're making it to the big house, and we'll get them there. And to have that attitude, that's exactly what I wanted to have, from those girls, those senior leaderships. It was running through their head this whole time. Last night and this morning, I know they just kept on saying, we're not going to let that happen again. In the first game, we blew an 11, 12-point lead. So both times they fought like, they had a chance, but they just didn't finish. And they said they're going to finish tonight, and they did.
All right, you get down 10 points in the second half. What do you say to your team to keep them from not getting overwhelmed by the moment?
Well, sadly, we had been there before. And we knew that the keys were just going to be closing out on shooters and getting those rebounds. I thought that they killed us on the boards in the first half. And I told my girls, okay, just focus on one thing. Don't focus on trying to get steals or get the points back super quick. Every possession, get a hand in the shooter's face and block out. And the rebounding, I think, is what put us in position to make that run on both ends.
All right, everybody knows about, your dad, Randy Turney, longtime coach. Everybody knows him. Your sister, Tasha, was able to win a state title at Pond Creek Hunter. How does it feel for you to be able to add to that family legacy?
This is unreal. I mean, I watched my dad coach in the big house in the state tournament so many times, and he never got to win one of these. And then for him to mentor my sister, and then she got to win one. It puts a lot of pressure on you, but at the same time, I have those 2 great coaches helping me out. Someone asked, how do you make it to the state tournament for the first time ever, and then make it to the finals? And of course, this is before the game, and I said, well, I have those 2 helping me plus more, and a great group of girls, so it's unreal.
Well, now you are state champion. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Michael Swisher and Tana Gragg, state champion basketball coach.